Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. What I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to talk about, is the Bitcoin party going to get canceled by the Fed today, or is the party just getting started? Is the Christmas rally still on? Or is the Fed going to try and rain on the Christmas parade? We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. There are lots to celebrate. This is the party zone today. But of course, before we get into that and all the charts and news, you know what I'm going to say next. If you're a regular watcher of the channel, smash the likes. This does help get this channel out to more people and does help support the channel. I do appreciate all the kind words and encouragement that you all leave in the comment section below. You take the time to write it. I take the time to read it. Thank you so much. And those of you who have questions in the comment section, I do look to get back to those as soon as I am able to, with its emphasis as soon as I am able to. And for those of you who would like a quicker response, in the Discord below there, if you click the more button there, that'll pop out the Discord. And I am with the most amazing people on the planet in the Stocks with Josh Discord. Okay, there is a crypto channel there that I am in there daily. There's a meme coin channel, new creative meme coin channel, aka the Party Zone. And I also have my own Crowned Traders channel in there as well, where I share education, insights, resources, some of the trades that I'm taking, as well as entertainment, because I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? And so I hope you enjoy that. And of course, the below in the description also is my Twitter handle. You can also follow me there, and I post on there some insights and education resources, etc., all there, and entertainment, of course, via my Twitter as well. So make sure you're following me there. Okay, so we're going to jump into, first of all, I want to give a massive thank you and shout out to everybody here. 10,000 subscribers strong on the Stocks with Josh not Stocks with Josh Discord, the Stocks with Josh show. Last night, live on the show, we breached the 10,000 barrier. And to think back in May, where I only had a few subscribers there, everybody remembers the Christmas tree, Kiwi Mo, all of that, the fun of you being there from the beginning. I thank you, I applaud you, and thank you for sticking with me through all of this time. And for new subscribers, thank you and welcome aboard. But I'm so appreciative of every single one of you who have joined me on the journey. You're the reason that I do this, with everything that I have and all the insights and the research that I do to bring to you on a daily basis, really, the crypto journey that we are sharing and doing together. I just really appreciate each and every single one of you. And to celebrate going over the 10,000 subscriber mark, we do have some giveaways coming up leading into Christmas. We've already given away some tokens and now we've got some more that we want to give away. And so just make sure that you're tuning in daily. That's going to be happening, and I'll give more details in an upcoming episode. Okay, so thank you again for all of that from the bottom of my heart. Much love. And here's to the next 10,000 subscribers. And I appreciate each and every single one of you out there. Okay, so let's look at some of the news that we have. We have Ohio becomes the third U.S. state to consider strategic Bitcoin reserve. I believe Florida and Texas are leading the way. Ohio looks like it to be to next. So the party is just getting started. Rumors that the UAE now hold 40 billion worth of Bitcoin nation states. FOMO has begun. Of course, we know there is drafted an executive order to designate Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. This could be signed on day one. We are just getting started, but just remember the Fed will make their next rate decision and release their economic projections today, 7 p.m. UTC time. Powell will speak 30 minutes later. So we want to keep an eye, check what that time zone is for you in the area that you live in. So we have a lot of things to celebrate, but is the Fed about to rain on that parade? Are they going to bring a bit of a halt to December? What is the Fed going to do there? We'll have to wait and find out. And then, of course, yesterday I talked about the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. follow the yellow brick road. And here we saw exactly what happened, which was what I shared, that I felt that these two areas would both get tagged, and both of them did get tagged. And so we're going to look at the liquidation heat map to see possibly if that could lead us to some clues to the next destination of Bitcoin's price today. And so as we jump into that, of course, we're going to jump into the charts right now and have a bit of a look. And we've been looking at the 3-day time frame, because when we've seen 3-day closes over key areas, we have seen moves to the upside. And you can see this level here, 100K. Once we got that 3-day close, 3-day candle there, it was a takeoff period. And we saw this also in other areas where we saw a 3-day candle close above this key area of 90,000, and then bang, up we went with Bitcoin, and we stayed up above that range and created a new range. So this pattern repeats here, and we've seen it down here as well, where you could see there's no 3-day close. As soon as we got a 3-day close, we had subsequent candles to the upside. 3-day close, subsequent candles to the upside, another 3-day close, seeing subsequent candles to the upside. So if this pattern were to repeat, then our next goal is to break this $108,000 level on a 3-day close. Okay, and we haven't seen that yet. We've got rejected twice, and that could mean that we do come back and retest some of these lower areas, and we did. This wick came down to 103,000. These were the levels exactly on the heat map that I said if I was the market maker, I would look to come down and get those levels. And listen, some of you are thinking I am the market maker. I'm absolutely not the Bitcoin market maker out there. So those levels did come down and get tagged. They could not resist going down to get those and then bringing that price down to those levels. So we're going to have a look at the heat map in a moment. So what am I looking at here? I'm looking for a 3-day close over this level here for the Christmas rally to continue. I'm looking at this 122. That's my best guesstimation for where I feel Bitcoin could get to in the month of December. This area here is a real hot zone for me. I feel that I'll be a lot of the 120, 119, 122. You can see there is a lot of Fibonacci levels there. There's also this yellow level is a Fibonacci stacking. There's a Fibonacci level from before, from a previous price range that is there as well. Obviously, this 112 area is going to be similar to what I said was going to be 1.8. I did tell everybody on the show that once we hit 1.08, we would be rejected there, and that's exactly what's happened. We've been rejected there multiple times. In fact, if we go to the daily time frame there, you can see we've been rejected a couple of times there at that level already. Okay, so it's very important to see now. And then this one here, we've come down, and this is held as support. So currently we're trading in this 104 to 108 little level there. And if you're trying to just make some nice swing trades or scalp trades there, you don't have to buy a full Bitcoin to do that, by the way. You could be on the hold of 104 there, confirmed support, obviously setting stop losses, and then taking some profits there up at 108. If it breaks above 108, you could get in the trade there at 108 on confirmed support, and then trade that up to 112. So if we do break over 108 today, I'll be looking to see there if there's a 3-day close. If there's a 3-day close, if the pattern continues, I would expect then we start to trade in this range up here, and we're playing it level to level. Okay, we had the first level down here. We were trading between 90 and around 100K there. That was a level you can see clearly. We traded in this level, and then we broke out of it, and we're starting to trade in this new level of 100,000 to 104. We didn't stay in there long, probably just less than a week there. We traded in that level, and then it looks like we've created a new level. And that's what we ask ourselves: have we gained a level or have we lost a level? Now, at the moment, we have gained a level. That doesn't mean that we can't come back in. Sometimes there's a deviation. Okay, there's a fake out, a deviation, and we come back into the range here. We can see this kind of happened over here. There's a deviation, and we came back into the range. So just be careful that we don't do this repeated pattern here where there's a deviation and we quite possibly come back into the 100 to 104K range before breaking back up and then breaking through. Now, obviously, if we were to do this, we may need to readjust some of the price targets to the upside for the month of December, but I still have my eye on this 120K level because that level I feel will be the biggest resistance there. This was originally what I felt would be the Bitcoin top for the cycle. Maybe it will still. Maybe Bitcoin will be a little bit more of a slow gainer from here. I think it's more likely that we do go higher, of course, based off previous cycle, but history doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes. Let's go to the liquidation heat maps here. And as you can see, there is above here at 106. So there is less below here at 103. We could come down, tag a little bit here before coming up and taking that. I just see this is an area that should get tagged. If I'm the market maker, I'm coming up to get that. If we go to the 24-hour time frame, we do see more liquidity above price, 106 up to 108, and look, there's some liquidity now. They're a bit higher at 109. We'll go to the 48-hour. We go through this, and as you can see, these levels got taken, and these were the ones that I identified yesterday on the show that if I was the market maker, I would come down and get. And they went up and got these levels at 108,000 first, and then they came down and got these other levels here. If we go to the 3-day time frame, we can see the same thing taking place. Now, see, this is what I have down here. This is where I identified also yesterday. Keep an eye on 101,000, because if that deviation takes place and we come back down, we'll go back to the charts in a moment, but let's just look at that $101,000 level. Let's go to the weekly charts there, and there is some more liquidation levels down here. This could get, there's a lot down here. Look at all the little bits as I roll over: 60, 70, 40, 96, 128 million, 15 million, 49, 52, all these levels. That is going to get swept. So don't discount a flush out. Don't discount a one more final flush out before a breakout for the Christmas rally. There's got to be an incentive to go higher and leave some of this liquidity behind at some point. If we go back to the charts now we come back and we have a look and see this could be the area. Look at all the support that is here, these candles that closed at this level right at 101. So don't be surprised if this is a deviation. We come down and we flush down to here, and just everybody gets a little bit freaked out. Maybe the Fed talking today might cause a little bit of volatility to come down, grab that 101, and then we might be back in this range. Just like we saw over here, there was a deviation. We came back into the range, and then we finally broke through here with a nice 3-day the nice candle close here. There's the close here, and if we go to the 3-day, we can see these candle closes here that really did help give some bullish momentum. And then of course we would want to see the same thing here. As we can see, we do have a couple of 3-day closes here, and so I would like to see price hold. Maybe this liquidity gets left behind. If you're the market maker, what are you doing? Is this going to be a deviation? Are you going to come down and sweep all that liquidity down to 101,000? Or are we just going to take off and that liquidity can be left for a later time? I'd love to know your thoughts on what you would do and what you think is going to happen leading up to Christmas, because there's not long to go before Christmas, everybody. So this will be very interesting how this plays out. Obviously, there's a couple of wicks there. We want to see this pushing up. You can see this over here, how we're pushing up against these levels here, pushing up against these levels over here before we broke through. We want to see something similar over here. We want to see if the candle's going to close below. We want to see it really pushing up and testing that. The more that this gets tested, the weaker it's going to get, because some people are going to sell, it gets scooped up, and then there's less and less sellers at this area. Usually I would look, at least I generally see the longest, on average, I feel like when I look on these charts, it's like about 7 times that it hits. It's bound to break through, but sometimes you see it break through a little bit more. We had about 3, 4, 5 hits there. Look, there's 6 hits, and then on the 7th, 8th hit, maybe 9th hit there, that all broke through. So you saw it was about a test of that level. Initially it broke through, then there was another test, another test, another test, another test, another test, another test. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it did broke through on the 7th test of this there, of course, and then it came back to, then it came back through it and tested it again some more time, but this time as support. So let's see how this happens there. Just keep an eye on this resistance line. If we can bust through that, then create a new floor at 108 and trade into this area here. And this is what this price action really helps us with. So I don't trade off the liquidation heat map solely. Always trade off what I feel is the most likely probability of happening. There is no certainties or guarantees in trading. There is only probabilities, and I use a bunch of other indicators, and then also the liquidation heat map would look to come in and try and support some of those conclusions. So I'll generally look at the charts first, and then I'll look at the liquidation heat maps and go, wow, okay, this is very, very interesting there, and this can help me make better trading decisions with better probabilities. I do not use the liquidation heat maps as a standalone guide there. All right, we're going to wrap that up for today. Again, thank you so much, all of over 10,000 subscribers out there, the Tribal Trades family. Much love to all of you, and until the next episode, happy trading.